Hey everybody, today I have got 12 tips for you on how you can tweak your subject line to get a better open rate. So let's get started. Tweak number 1, keep your subject line short and sweet. Usually 4, 5, maybe 6 words max. If you want to count characters, no more than 40 characters in your subject line. Tweak number 2. Using spammy words in your subject line can cause your email to go straight to the spam filter and into trash. So make sure that doesn't happen. Don't use words like free or use words like buy now. Things like that, a lot of spam filters are just going to knock right out. Tweak number 3. Ask an open-ended question. You've got your articles there. I usually pick the lead article, find something in the article that I feel people would be interested in, but maybe not know the answer to. Write a question about something in the article, and I put that as my subject line. It works great. It creates that curiosity. It piques their interest, and it gets them to open your newsletter. Tweak number 4. To put a deadline date in there. Now I know for a lot of you that's not going to work. You don't have anything deadline based. But if you're doing an event or ticket sales or something like that that has a deadline, put that date in there. Tweak number 5. Put a tease in the subject line. People say they don't like advertising, but yet they'll sit and watch a movie trailer. Why is that? They won't see that as advertising sometimes. They actually see it almost as entertainment. Why? Because they're pulled in to the story of the movie in just a few seconds, and they aren't given quite the whole storyline or the conclusion to the movie, but they've given them enough to make them say, I want to go see that movie. Do the same thing with your subject lines. Put a little tease in there. And let me give you an example. Say you're a travel agency and you want to talk about different services you have to really make someone's travel experience better. And let's say the example you're using is for a destination wedding. And so you have got an article about destination weddings and everything your agency can do to make that destination wedding the best travel experience you've had. Now, what could you do to get those people to open? How about if you put a subject line, something like this: destination wedding, ... Want to get treated like a rock star? ? All right. That entices someone to say, I've got to travel anyway. I might as well get treated really well for my travels. What can they do for me? And get them to open the email. Tweak number 6. To put a command in your email subject line. And what I mean by that is to tell them almost what to do. And here's an example. A nonprofit is having a luncheon. And so they're sending out all the information about the luncheon in their newsletter. And the newsletter goes out, and the subject line reads, join us for the Scholars Luncheon. Well, what did they do? They said, join us. They invited you. They asked you to join them. They gave a command. Well, how are you going to find out how to join them, or if you're even available? You're going to click the email, and you're going to open it, and you're going to get the details. Tweak number 7, to add value. But in order to add value, you need to know who your emails are going to. For example, my emails go mostly to small business owners. So when I send out an email, the way I might add value in that subject line is to put something in there like 10 tips on creating a social media marketing plan. My customers expect to get emails from me about social media and email marketing. By saying 10 tips on how to create a social media marketing plan, that's something that they most of my clients would love to know, because they struggle sometimes with their social media and actually having a plan for their social media. So me putting that in the subject line would definitely add value, and they would want to open that email and learn more. Tweak number 8, to make an announcement. And that announcement could be something like, back in stock. There's a lot of people running out of items and it takes a while to get them back in stock. Send an email out saying back in stock and name the item. That's going to add a lot of value, and that announcement is going to get people to open that email, especially, of course, if they've been looking for it. Now, that's one example. Another example of the type of announcement you might make might be weather related. If you live up north during the winter, you might get some bad snowstorms. Okay, so you might say, close this Friday due to bad weather. Well, people are going to open your email to get the details, possibly as to when you'll be back open. But the really neat part of this is, if someone comes in the following Monday and says, hey, I came by your store on Friday, and boy, it was really tough getting there with all the bad weather, but you were closed. And you could say to them, well, I sent an email out to my customers. You must not be on my email list. Would you like to join my email list? Now you have a new subscriber, because he's going to see the value in receiving your emails. Tweak number 9. Say something unique. But in order to do that, first you have to know your audience, and second, you need to know your competition. Know what makes you unique from your competition. And I'll give you a great example. I work with a client who's a mortgage company, and they literally have over 100 different mortgage products they can offer a customer. A bank, on the other hand, might have a handful that have been approved by that bank, right? So they're very limited, and if you don't pigeonhole right into one of their products, you're not going to get the loan. So here's a subject line that might work great for them when they're talking about their different loan products. Over 100 different mortgage products. We'll find the one that's perfect for you. Might be a tad bit wordy, just came up with that off the top of my head, but it would work. It would get people interested, especially if they're looking for a mortgage and they've been turned down, right? Tweak number 10. Another thing that you can do to increase your open rate is to say something humorous. People always like to smile. And so when you give them something, give them a joke, or you give them something humorous in their subject line, that will get them to open the email to kind of find out the punchline or the rest of the story, right? So let's say you're a burrito company. Your email's going out to all your fans, right? Your email's going out to all those people who love your business, love your burritos. And you put in your subject line something that I think would make somebody smile, because it's the beginning of baseball season and all of that. You put in something that says, hey, real baseball fans eat burritos. And maybe when they open that email, there's going to be a reward for them. A free soda or something like that if you go show your ticket stub, or maybe some other special offer to tie into the baseball season. Tweak number 11. To say something surprising or maybe even intriguing. Let me give you an example. Say you're a jewelry store and you've got holiday sales coming up, or maybe it's Valentine's Day, or maybe it's Mother's Day, and you've got a special event. You can say something like, join us for a blinging good time. Kind of surprising. People think about it, they go like, they kind of chuckle maybe. So it hits on a couple of things we've already talked about, but it's definitely intriguing. It's going to cause somebody to say, how can I have a blinging good time, right? So they're going to open that email and give it a look. Tweak number 12. Add a video to your email, especially to your email marketing. Email marketing tools like Constant Contact allow you, just like inserting a photograph, they allow you to insert a video. All you have to do is pop in the video box, add your link, it will pull in the video. It even pulls in a couple of thumbnails for your video, puts that little video logo or symbol right in the center of the video, does that all for you automatically so that people know that's where to click, and when they do, they're taken directly to the video. You don't have to add, you've put the link in to just this one little box, and then it pulls in other information. It'll even pull in information if, say, if it's a YouTube video and somebody's written a little description, it'll pull in that description and you can edit it and put in your own description. All of this will cause people to want to play that video. Now, what you do in the subject line is you mention that you have a video included inside your email or newsletter. When you do that, your open rate can increase as much as 50%. And I just recently did this and it works. I had a video, it was actually a video podcast that I included in a newsletter that I recently did. And my open rate is usually pretty good. It's just 25% to 30%. Well, this time my open rate was 45%. So I know it works. I included the fact that I had a video inside the email in my subject line. So make sure you do that. I hope you found these 12 tips for tweaking your subject line helpful, and I hope you start using them as soon as possible. Also, I'd like to remind you that I'm going to be doing more of these walk and talks, sharing with you information about email marketing.